All right. Isaac, then let's just get started.
Okay.
Maybe you go to the first screen because I'm just still seeing your overview.
Okay. So are you able to see my screen?
No, I see your screen, but you're like not the slide share.
Let me just try it again.
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
That's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Glenn and Asea, welcome to this training. Together with me here is Anja. My name is Isaac Ruto. I'll be one of the trainers in this meeting. Maybe I can ask Anja to just do a small introduction before we can continue.
All right. Okay. Welcome, Glenn and Hosea. I hope we'll be joined by more people. My name is Anja. I'm joining you from Germany today, but I'll introduce myself in more detail later. Welcome.
Okay. So you already have seen in the invitation that our focus for this virtual training will be on waste management and recovery. This will be a virtual learning. Mostly it will be done probably with a Zoom live session and some of it where you will do exercises on your own. So our focus mainly is to just look at how we can manage waste and recover some of the benefits that is associated with waste. And mainly in the horticulture industry, because this is important for sustainability of business. So in our discussion around why is waste important, there is a video for us to watch here, why it is important to manage waste. There is always a discussion around that waste is not waste until it is wasted. I don't know whether you've heard this before, Glenn and Osea. You can still unmute your audio. They say waste is not waste until it is wasted.
I've heard it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did you understand it, Glenn, when we say waste is not waste until it is wasted?
From my point of view, I think that there's still some value in waste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
Okay. Osea, how do you see that? When we say waste is not waste until it is wasted?
What I'm interested now, I would like to know, but I've not come across that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll discuss it along the way. Obviously, what Glenn has said already is that waste, if you look at it, if you look at the waste, you can easily say it's waste at the beginning. But there are many opportunities in waste which you can tap from. And this topic of waste management is more so important in the horticulture industry because of the amount of waste it can generate, because it's an industry that is probably with a lot of perishable products, and you can easily lose a lot of them in the process of either production, transportation, into even processing. But let's watch this video, and then we can go further.
Young people around the world are finding ways to solve our trash problem.
I hope you can get me. Clear?
Yes.
Hello?
I can get you.
Anja?
Yes, all good. We have video and sound. Just play from the start again.
Glenn, are you getting the video before I continue?
Yeah, I can see the video, but I'm not getting
Glenn.
the sound. I can see the video, but I'm not getting the sound.
You getting me?
Yes, Isaac, just play with from start.
Sorry, are you getting me now, Glenn? Hello?
It's not playing.
Okay, but are you getting I wasn't getting you back.
Yes, when you started it, everything was good, and then you stopped. So since then, we haven't been able to see anything or hear anything.
No, I think it's okay now. I think there was a mute somewhere. So we can carry on. Let's listen to this video. Then we can, in terms of the...
Young people around the world are finding ways to solve our trash problem. In Kenya, these bricks made from recycled plastic are paving roads.
Plastic waste is not just a Kenya problem, it's not a Nairobi problem, it's a worldwide problem.
In Sierra Leone, this paste will become a sustainable cooking fuel made from coconut shells instead of wood. The 18-year-old who made it spent months developing the perfect recipe.
I was like, it's either it works or it works. You need to work.
And in the United States, this woman has saved 4 million beer bottles worth of glass from landfills and recycled them back into sand.
Never let anyone tell you that individuals cannot make a difference, because all this is thanks to incredible individuals.
These entrepreneurs grew up in the era of climate change. Now they are inventing new ways to help the planet and make a profit off worldwide waste. Young people around the world are finding ways
Yeah, so from that
to
video,
solve our trash problem.
from that video, we learn a lot about waste management. We've seen the opportunities that we have discussed, that waste is not just waste until it is wasted. Globally, there is talk about that now we're discussing, instead of saying from cradle to grave, we talk about the circular economy of from cradle to cradle. There are many ways in which you can use waste, other than, of course, reducing it in the farms. Once it is generated, of course, we can always handle it better so that we can benefit from it. I'm also going to discuss
Young people around the world are finding ways
on the issue of the training objectives. Now, at the end of this course, this is a virtual course training, which will require that we have some meetings here, the Zoom live meeting, but also we will need to be able to do your own work in the platform, the COLEAD platform, where you have exercises, activities, and things to read. But at the end of this course, you should be able to define waste in the horticultural context. That would mean we'll be looking at waste in the horticulture industry, all the way in the value chain from production, even at the point where you are establishing your farms, all through until it is packaged and processed and exported or consumed. So we will look at waste from that value chain and define it and try to understand it. But also, one of the objectives that we should be able to achieve at the end of this course is to identify and classify the nature, the source, the flow of waste produced within your organizations. And of course, that will be in horticulture. Identify mean we need to know the context. Where does the waste lie in your organization? And then what is the category of waste? Of course, the number of organizations faces the challenges of managing waste in terms of segregating and classifying them. So we look at it and say, how do you classify waste? What would be the best practice? And of course, we need to be able to share experiences as a team to see how that can be done. Then, of course, we will also try to identify the sources. Where does waste originate from? Where is it? Is in handling? Is it in transportation? Is it in harvesting? Is it in processing? Where is the source? Because once you understand the source, then you're able to know how to reduce from the source. And then how does waste flow in an organization? Once it is produced, what are the stages? What are the processes that waste undergo before then it can be either be disposed, or it can be used to recover energy, or can be used to improve the soils. So we look into that in this course, and hopefully we should be able to improve our skills and knowledge around this area at the end of the training or during the training. Also, one of the course objectives is to identify the main threats, the weaknesses, the strength, opportunities at company level for waste management. This is like doing a SWOT analysis. If it's not already been done by the organization, this will be the opportunity to say, what are these internal issues that we have as an organization that limits or enables us to be able to manage waste? And what are external things that could easily enhance our ability to be able to manage waste or derail us, maybe cause what we call undesired effect on waste management? The external can range from even government legislation. It can range from communities and culture. Internally, it can be your systems as an organization, your procedures, your policies. Are they there to be able to support waste management? So we will, at the end of this course, be able to look through this. One other course objective that is intended is at the end of it, you should be able to come up with a waste management plan. A number of organizations have a waste management plan. We will be able to audit that in this training against what are the best practices for establishing a waste management plan. So, of course, a number of auditors, when they come to an organization, they ask for this. They say, do you have a waste management plan? What are the components? What are the elements? Have you identified all the waste that is required to be managed, and how are you handling it? Then we will look at the other sustainable practices for recovering organic waste, either to improve your company or improve the soils in your company, or also valorize waste so that you are able to recover energy and be able to then again do the cycle arrangement in terms of the circular arrangement, the circular economy, so that instead of just waste getting wasted, then we are able to tap energy and also improve our soils for sustainability to be able to even bring more production. So those are the objectives. Then how do we learn? First is that the way this training has been structured is such that we have virtual meetings or Zoom meetings. When we will be going through the program, you realize we will have 2 virtual meetings every week, about 2 or 3 hours, to say 1.5 to 2 hours. But also on your own, you are expected to be able to do some of the activities that are in the platform, the online platform. There are activities there. There are exercises which you're expected to do so that you can learn on your own, sort of e-learning or self-learning. We expect that the team is committed through the training, because it requires, sometimes there will be group work, there will be assignments that you should be able to do and be able to present in the next meeting. Also, we should be able to listen and collaborate without judgment. Sometimes we should enable the participants to discuss issues from their different perspective. We should be willing to listen to them and contribute to the discussion and find out through investigation findings and then share with the class. So we'll have a number of those discussions in this class to be able to improve our knowledge. Remember, together and Anja, we are just facilitators. You are the people running the show in the organizations. You will share your experiences and discuss with ourselves and be able to improve our learning so that we can convert that knowledge into this class and be able to improve the skills of each one of us and the knowledge around waste management. So that is it for this part. Unless there's a question, I want to hand over Anja to continue from there. Glenn and Osea, I don't know that there are any questions.
I'm good so far, so good. Unless Osea has anything.
Okay.
No.
Welcome, Anja. Welcome, Karibu.
Move to the next slide, please.
Okay.
Oh, there is a spelling mistake I just saw. All right. This is now the time for us to introduce ourselves. And how I would like to do this is, I mean, we're just us four right now, that we say who we are, where we live, where we work, and what our work is. And maybe something else that we want to share about our person. I also would like us to share our expectations for this training so that we are all kind of on the same page, and also Isaac and I understand where you're coming from, what you would like to learn, so we can adjust the training in the course maybe. And then what I also want to do is that each of us shares something that we have just recently learned. Because the one thing that I've learned just recently is that we as humans are hardwired to share. We're really always very excited if we find out something new, we learn something interesting, and we don't keep it to ourselves. We really then go around and tell somebody else about it. You know, I heard this, I learned this is so cool. So this is something that makes us very human, that we share. And sharing information, sharing what we learn, sharing what we discover will be a big part of this training as well. So maybe you think of something that you've last week, last month, just recently, something new that you've learned. All right. So let me start with myself. Let me switch on my camera so you can also see me. That's me. Here I am. My name is Anja Weber. I'm German, and I'm also currently based in Germany, but I've spent the last 25 years in East Africa, half of it in Kenya, half of it in Tanzania. And I've also worked a little bit in West Africa, mainly in Ghana. I have worked as a manager, I've worked as a consultant, I've worked as a trainer, and I've done a lot of pro bono work in an NGO called Mama Chakula Foundation, where we trained women and farmers groups for free, mainly on food processing and soil fertility management. Now we have three Kenyans here. Habari zenu. I was the one who set up soil cares in Kenya with mobile soil testing. We sold actually 3 mobile labs to Bungoma County at the time. That was in 2011. Anyway, so my expertise is mainly in organizational management, but also soil fertility management, waste management, and I'm coming from a background of food processing. So currently, I'm working at the University of Applied Sciences in Weinsteffen-Triesdorf, that is in Bavaria, here in Germany. And I am in charge of developing online training materials. I've just finished a course on entrepreneurship in food. I'm 55 years old and I have 3 children and a grandchild. Something else that I would like to share about myself. I love cooking, I love gardening, and I'm an organic farmer. My expectation for this training is that we all have fun, that we respect each other in our learning, and that we go on a good journey of discovery together to find new ways to reduce or reuse waste. All right, thank you. Who's next?
I think I will go next. Yeah, thank you so much, Anja, for that introduction. You have challenged us. There is so much. I don't know whether I will disclose everything, but I will try to. Like I've said before, my name is Isaac Ruta. I have a background in horticulture. I worked previously in manufacturing and more so in the tea industry. But we are a consultant. I'm a management consultant, training and offering consultancy services to a number of organizations. We are established in Nairobi. We are in Allingham, and we do work to train maybe farmer groups in the West and the East, wherever they are, and mainly those who do exports of products because of the certification. So we support them in the ISO trainings, Rainforest Alliance trade, fair trade, so that they're able to establish systems in the organization that are which can be certified, and then they're able to export their products. So that has been our role. Because we able to work also with COLEAD in terms of supporting them to train, to offer our services of training. And I would say this is almost like the third training I have done for COLEAD area of sustainable waste management. So we hope the experiences that we will share will help us improve ourselves. I live in Eldoret. This is where the family have 3 children. I work in Nairobi, so I have a lot of traveling here and there. But I come from Nandi, the Nandi Hills part, where we have tea. That's the tea area. We have some few tea bushes at home. We supply to some factories that are in the neighborhood. So that is me. My birthday was 1st of November. I am now in my mid-40s. What I expect about this training is that we should be able to work as a team to execute this work, be able to improve ourselves in terms of knowledge on waste management, and that we will be able to be timely, punctual in our activities, and so that we all benefit, because COLEAD has offered this service to you as organization, and therefore you need to take advantage on this opportunity to be able to grow yourself. What I have learned currently, I learned the latest is from Anja, that you can share files using, what did we call it? WeTransfer. So that's a new thing I need to share with everyone else I know. Of course, I had used it, I had not used it previously, but I had heard about it. But now I'm starting to practice it, which is a good thing. So thank you so much, Anja, for that. We can hand over to the team to introduce themselves.
Let me go next. I'm Glenn Abuya. I'm currently working with Biosat as a consultant. I'm a trained consultant. However, my background course is I have a degree in veterinary medicine and surgery. So I can call myself a doctor. So I'm Dr. Glenn Abuya. What I expect to learn from waste management. We are trying to start up a new company that focuses on helping the farmers. We have noticed that there are some produce due to overproduction that tends to go to waste or doesn't meet the aesthetic standards. So we are trying to figure out how we can help the farmers with that. I'm 24 years old. I think that's all. Something that I've learned new is that I've noted that there's a lot of waste in the coastal region, especially the coconut shell. So I'm trying to figure out a way of how we can convert that into something useful, apart from having it being converted to brisket. Yeah, so that's why I'm here, to learn something and to figure out how we can do it. Okay, thank you. Let me hand over to Hosea. Hosea.
Thank you. My name is Hosea Kikoge. I'm from Wasingishu, Wasingishu County. My background, I hold diploma in organic farming, and I've volunteer with an organization in Narok called Bumanoma Eco Launch, and currently working in Biosat and inspection company. I'm 21 years old. Passion in organic farming. I'm very privileged to study today this course, waste management, recovery, and all I will learn more. Thank you.
Anything new you have recently learned that you would like to share with us?
Yes, I've learned something, but as we continue, I'll learn more.
I would like you to share something with us, some piece of knowledge that, or information or experience that you would like to share with us. We would also like to learn from you. Have you got anything you can share?
Yes, I can. What I can share to you is about the organic farming.
So what have you learned about organic farming recently?
It's organic farming. Like waste can be used to prepare the organic manure and used to manure as a fertilizer in the crops, and which they are very healthy and feed the soil with nutrients.
Great. Thank you, Sam. Well, it's a pity that we don't get to know all the other people who are registered for this course today. I hope we'll have a chance next week. Maybe you can share your screen again, Isaac, so we see.
Oh, I lost it. Okay, just a moment.
Next on the program.
Yeah. Is that fine?
Yeah, just go to the next slide, please.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to share the program?
Yes, I think I can share.
Good.
A minute.
I hope you all saw the link in the chat. I posted the link in the last email, but also in the chat where you can download the program on the platform. Glenn, Hosea, have you seen the program or the link?
Yes, I've seen it.
Great.
You're sharing it shortly.
It's not sharing yet.
Yeah, just opening it. I think there was such a small trouble. Oh, that's another one.
So that just as general information, this program will run until 7th of December. So it's a 4 weeks course. And as Isaac said, we'll have 2 online Zoom sessions every week. Maybe you take over from here, Isaac.
Okay, thank you so much for that part. I don't know whether, are you seeing my screen? Okay, so we will go through this, which runs from 10th November to 7th December 2023. When you look at it, that you would feel like it's too long, but we are going through this in two sessions in a week. That would mean on a Monday and Thursday. Every Monday and Thursday we will have a Zoom live session to discuss what you have already gone through in the platform on your own. So you'll have your own reading and your own self-learning. I think there's someone in, so you can welcome them meanwhile, Anja, as we continue with the program. Maybe you can chat. So this program will run from Monday, but it just started today. We have online course link here, which you can use to register yourself. We were looking through the platform and we find that none of our participants has registered. So we would encourage you to go to this link and register for this course, and also be able to introduce yourself. The Zoom link is here for this meeting, but we are going to send another Zoom link for the rest of the training, which will be recurring, the virtual one. So in your next activity schedule that we will send, you will have a Zoom link which will take care of the rest of the trainings, which will be recurring every twice a week. So today intention was to cover the introduction, training objectives, so do self-introductions and share the training program, which we are discussing currently, and also look at the Zoom tools and the meeting rules. And also assignment for you for the coming week, we will do that. And I'm sure, I hope, and we would encourage you, if you have not done this, you have been able to look at the presentation on TD.COLEAD and the FFM, Fit for Marketing, which is a TD.COLEAD program. So it's self-explanatory. You read through it and you see why TD.COLEAD has established these programs for these SCP countries. We were expecting by the time you arrive in this meeting, you would have done a self-introduction and attempted entry-level questions on the e-learning platform. Once you go to this link, the link at the top of your online course, it will take you to that course, you register. And on introduction, on the slide of introduction, it will have an area where you're doing self-introduction and also a quiz on the e-learning platform. Also through that, you can be able to navigate the TD.COLEAD CV platform and read the material. There is a lot of materials there which you're supposed to read so as to build up the knowledge towards our discussion. Remember, the Zoom live sessions are they're not longer than 2 hours. So we would expect already that you have read through, understood the topic, so it will just be summarizing the discussions that the information that you already have on the platform. So you would see that it would be best to really do those activities so that when you come to the Zoom live sessions, then already you have a picture of what we are going to just summarize and discuss, because we don't have all the time. So that was the introduction part. And from next week on Monday, we will now deal with week 1, which we are calling Discovering Waste, with the general objective of understanding the impact of agricultural activities on waste production and consequences. We will look at describing the source and nature and problems of waste and hierarchy of waste management. So this session, this week 1, we will cover it in 2 sessions: Monday, 13 November 2023, and then Thursday, 16 November 2023, all of them from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. East African time. The Thursday session will be a bit shorter because it will be a conclusion of the discovery or discovery waste topic. In between today and Monday, and Thursday, you are expected to look at those activities. Maybe later on, I'll share with you on the platform the activities that you're supposed to perform. So other than what you already introduced yourself, you're supposed to read material and complete some quizzes in the platform. We have a TD.COLEAD e-learning platform which you're supposed to register in it, and so that's where the training is done. In fact, you would say 70% of the training is done in that platform. The rest of what we are discussing here is just to harmonize, converge ideas, and also just share experiences. Now, activity 2 also is reading on the platform on the rational management of waste. So these 2, activity 1 and activity 2, especially activity 1 should be done before Monday. Activity 2 should be done before Thursday. So these 2 is to enable you for us to discuss the Monday 13th and the 16th of November discussion. Is contained, all the materials for discussions are contained here. So we would expect that you do that so that we can keep ticking our checklist as we continue towards the 2nd week. Then on week 2, we'll be discussing reduction of agricultural waste. Again, it will be covered in 2 live sessions, Monday of 20th November and also Thursday of 23rd of November. So Monday will be the main discussion, then Thursday will be the conclusion. Here we'll be focusing on how do we reduce waste or agricultural waste in our operations. What are the strategies that we can have to be able to reduce waste during harvesting, handling, and all that? So we will look at that and have some discussions, group work, and summarize it. So it's expected before that week 2, after week 1, after end of next week, you will be expected to also have to conduct these 2 activities. 3, do self-assessment on waste monitoring using a COLEAD questionnaire. There's a questionnaire on the e-platform or e-learning platform where you will fill in, do a self-assessment of your organization on waste management. Then also you will continue to read materials on e-learning platform and complete the quizzes around reduction of agricultural waste. Then activity 3 will be reading materials on e-learning platform and also completing the quizzes on treatment of agricultural waste. These activities below here are supposed to be done before we meet on Monday of 20th and Thursday of 23rd. Then the 3rd week will be on waste recovery and organic matter. The focus for this is how do we use waste to improve our soils. How can we generate organic matter to improve our soil from waste? So also it will be covered in 2 sessions, that is on a Monday and Thursday, similar arrangement. On Monday, we'll be covering now the introductory to waste recovery. And then on Thursday, we will be looking at even discussing the issue of integrated waste management plan and drafting an integrated waste management plan as a group. Before these 2 activities, you would have been expected to have done activity 1, which is classification of waste, and then activity 2, reading the material on how to improve soil using organic matter, or what you're calling recovery of waste. So this is done before. This is the asynchronous arrangement where you are learning on your own in the platform. And then this is the 2 live sessions in relation to week 3. Then week 4 will be about energy recovery and organic matter. So here we will talk about how do we recover energy from waste. So we look at understanding the use of waste and organic matter to be able to generate energy. So how do we compost? How do we generate biogas? How do we talk about fuel? So we'll discuss that. And opportunities arises from here, especially if you are producing so much waste. If you are a big organization, then there are a number of opportunities. When the waste is less, of course, there are challenges of whether you can be able to accumulate such amount of waste to generate fuel. But there are opportunities which you will share experiences and see how we can then come up with systems to be able to recover energy from waste. So we'll be discussing on Monday and Thursday similarly, same time. And of course, before that, there would be exercises around valorization of organic waste to improve soil, and also energy recovery from waste and organic matter, which should prepare you for this week 4. So the preparation activities, which we're calling asynchronous, where you're doing it on your own on the platform, comes below before the main activity, which will be now the virtual learning, where we come into a virtual, the live sessions. You'll do the activities before the live sessions. So that is what is expected. And then, of course, lastly is we will have a summary on Thursday. So we will cover a lot, especially on week 4. The Monday of week 4 will be to conclude what we would have started on the the Thursday of week 3. So week 3 and week 4 will carry a lot because we're squeezing it into 3 days in terms of the Zoom live sessions. Then on Thursday, that will be our last day, Thursday, 7th December. We will then be able to finalize and conclude this training. We review the impact of agricultural activities, look at waste categories, and see whether we have been able to achieve that. And then in the end, of course, there will be a training evaluation. You will evaluate the training. Then we have, if there are any exercises which have not been completed, then we'll expect you to complete, because then that gives you the chance to be able to generate your certificate if you are able to attend all the trainings and also conduct all the activities that are required. So that is the program in short. I know you have it. You could still go through it if there are any questions. You can always raise it with us. But the main thing is we have split this training into two. One is on the Zoom live sessions, which is a summary of your own e-learning in the platform. So I would urge you to really go to this link and register so that you're able to access this material. Thank you. I think I will hand over to Anja unless there is questions from any of the participants. I see Godfrey Mfit is in. Godfrey, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I joined late. I had a problem network. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. Anja, you can take over from here.
All right. Yeah, welcome, Godfrey. We have done a round of introductions already. Could you just quickly tell us where you're joining from?
My name is Godfrey Mpiti. I run a company called Better Life Products Malawi Limited. We are in Blantyre, in southern part of Malawi. We do fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, and grains. Currently, we are exporting to the US and locally, and our aim is to ensure that we get the EU market. And I'm interested in this course because we are promoting organic farming in view of the high rising costs of fertilizers and agriculture inputs. We would like to take this advantage to use agriculture waste and to learn more and commercialize the agriculture waste, which is a main problem in our country here in Malawi. Beyond our farm to the municipalities and cities, there is waste management as a big issue. So that's why I managed to apply for this course. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Godfrey. Good to have you here. We have covered a little bit already, and we've gone through the program just now, so you only caught the end of it. I will now quickly take you through the platform so that everybody of you is familiar with that, as well as maybe the Zoom tools. Just to see how familiar you are with Zoom. If you know how to use the thumbs up button on Zoom, please give me a thumbs up now. So Godfrey knows. Hosea knows. We have lost Glenn. Where's Glenn?
And okay. I'm right here.
You're right here. You're with Hosea?
My gadget had an issue. I'm with Hosea here.
Okay, great, good. So that means you have all used Zoom before.
Yes.
Great, that's good. COVID had its good sides by actually teaching a lot of us to use online tools. So that is a good advantage. Great. So I don't need to go into Zoom a lot because I think then we are all familiar enough with how to use the chat, how to use the thumbs up and how to share stuff. Okay, great. Then I would just really like to take you to the platform. Who of you has already registered on the platform?
I did manage to register, but then the content was saying that it was not ready for students.
Ah, okay. So you were very early before we unlocked it. Okay. If you you have all seen the link to the platform in the chat. Can you see my screen now, by the way, Isaac?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So if you now enter the course through the link that I just sent, you would see the course, which is now open. Just go to, oh no, what is happening? This. So you then see, why does this not work? Here we go. So you see here the program that you can download, as well as a chronology, which is just basically a timeline of the course, which gives you the steps and the dates for the training sessions. So you can just scroll through this and see how the course develops. This is just quickly here. That is just general information. Then we had this introductory video, this short clip of those 3 or 4 startups who were valorizing waste to create value. If you want to see the full video, it's a long video, it's a half-an-hour video. You can actually see it here on the platform as well. And another short slide with the training objectives that Isaac has presented earlier. Then when you go down, you can see here, meet your trainers, where Isaac and I have left a little description of who we are and what we've done, especially for Godfrey, who has missed our introduction. That might be interesting. And then there is some general information on the training. And then there's some instructions of what you're supposed to do this week. So actually you were supposed to do this before coming to the meeting today, but if you haven't done it, please do so today. Here, you just click on this link, and then you will find the list of what you're supposed to leave us here, and then just click on reply down here in the right bottom corner. Click on reply, and then a window will open like so, where you can now write a description about yourself. All right, so that you introduce yourself. Next week, we will play a game that's called 2 Lies and 1 Truth. And so I really urge you to read the introductions of everybody else so that you know a lot about them and be able to identify the lie they're telling. Here are some tutorials. One is about Zoom, if you haven't used Zoom, but you obviously have. And then there's another one here on how to use the Moodle platform and how to navigate on the Moodle platform. I also put the link in the last email. If you are new to Moodle and you haven't used Moodle before, that is a very helpful tutorial, because Moodle is can be a bit strange in the beginning. Then there is this little entrance quiz here, test your knowledge, which we're also supposed to do already, where you can just see if you know basic knowledge about waste already or not. And if you're not, then don't despair. This is what we're going to cover in this training. Then after today's session, you will find here under post-Zoom sharing, you will find the Zoom link, the recording of today's Zoom session. That will be posted here. Then let's have a look at the other thing here. This is the platform tutorial. When you, let me just go back one. Here. When you open the course, you see the TD.COLEAD introduction presentation. What I just showed you was the introduction, where you do these assignments for today. Then here on this tile, you have the TD.COLEAD presentation. There you will find some really informative material about TD.COLEAD and the FFM program, which Isaac mentioned earlier. So if you want to know more about TD.COLEAD in general and the FFM program, please watch these 2 presentations here under TD.COLEAD presentation. Then you have the introduction. And then the last thing is week 1. Here now you will find directly after this course, you will find the live session instructions and the reading material. So this is still closed for today, but after this meeting, we will open it immediately so you can enter that. Right. Once you've done something, you can always mark it as done just for yourself, so you can track of what you've done and what you haven't done, so you don't lose track of that. I hope that is helpful. Let me stop sharing. Maybe you can share the screen again, Isaac, so we can go to the rules of how we behave in these meetings. Any questions to the platform or to Zoom or in general? No? All good? Yeah, we have covered that. Maybe you...
Yeah, covered that, yes. So go to...
All right, yeah, let's share this one.
Okay.
You make it full screen?
Yes, it is full screen. Is it not full screen?
No, it's not. I'm just seeing it in your...
Okay, let me try it again. Mm-hmm. Is it full screen?
No, it's not yet. Are you in animation mode or in slideshow?
Animation, I think I need to...
I see all your slides and the small slide in very small. So if you go to slideshow mode, maybe.
Okay. Is that better?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you are familiar with Zoom meetings, then you will have heard these things 1,000 times. But I still would like us to agree on certain set of rules for how we conduct ourselves in these Zoom sessions, in the online sessions. So for myself and for Isaac, we commit to giving you a lot of room, to listening to you, to your opinions, if you have any questions or any remarks or complaints, we will take that seriously. We will always open the session a little before time, so yeah, that you can come online and see if your Zoom link works. But we also expect you to be punctual because we want to start on time. Because we find it very unfair to those who are on time if we have to then just sit here and wait and waste our time while other people are coming on late. So we will start very punctually, and those who are late will unfortunately miss out on the beginning. As Isaac said, we would also like you to finish your online assignments, which are on the platform, before you come to the meeting. We all find it very embarrassing if we have to be in a discussion group and we can't contribute because we have no idea what the others are talking about. So I just suggest you read your texts, the materials on the platform, you do your assignments so that you're well prepared and you can really contribute to what we have to discuss, because we all want to learn from each other. And there's a lot of knowledge and experience out there. But if you're like unsure what we're talking about, then that's always a bit difficult. So please be prepared and then be focused when you come to these meetings. Isaac and I have shared about our experiences with these trainings before, and we sometimes have people, because you're from horticultural companies, sometimes people might be in the field, joining us on their phone, in the car, which is really not very helpful if you want to attend a training. It's very difficult for you to listen. You can't see on the screen. So please, if possible, always use a laptop and not your phone if you're joining us. Make sure you have good internet. It's a stable connection, so you don't drop in and out all the time. Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah,
last page. Okay. And then avoid distractions. So for most of the time, we will ask you to mute yourself so that the person who's speaking doesn't have a lot of background noise. But while we're in group discussions, we will all unmute ourselves so that we can talk to each other freely. We will also try to switch on our cameras if our email is our internet connection is good enough, so that we can see each other, because it's really nicer to talk and discuss with each other when you see the person and don't just talk to a black tile. But for that, it's important that your phone is off and that you're not playing on your tablet or reading your emails while the session is going on, because we really need you to be with us. And then the last one is, and I mean, this is a given, that we are all like trying to be polite and respectful with each other and support each other. So these are just the rules for our meetings, and I hope we can all agree on that. Any questions? None? Then we can maybe move to the next slide, Isaac.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's again the links. I've put them also in the chat, and I put them in the last email. These are where the platform is, where the tutorials are. Next slide.
Okay.
And that is where the course is. Yes, that is also, I've also put that in this in the chat again. Next slide. Right. I will have to leave you now because I have another training. But do we have any questions to the course? How it will run, to the topics, to the technicalities? Please ask them now. We will try to address them. Or if there's anything else that's coming up later, you can always shoot Isaac or myself an email or post something in the forum on the platform. Godfrey is giving us the thumbs up. Thanks, Godfrey. Any questions? Hosea is also giving us the thumbs up. Glenn is back. Glenn, give us a thumbs up. Great, good. I also need to give you something here. Do you have any questions, or are we all good?
On my side, I'm good.
Glenn is good. Hosea?
I'm also good.
Great. Godfrey?
I'm well covered. Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much. So then please go to the platform. We will open up the materials for week 1. And then we all see each other again on Monday. That will be 11 o'clock your time. Isaac, anything from your side?
I just want to say thank you for the time, especially from this team. Like you have shared with them what they're supposed to do between now and Monday. Of course, of importance is to be able to join the e-learning platform so that they are able to register themselves there and do these activities that are in the COLEAD presentation. I mean the introduction slide where they introduce themselves and also do some tests or a quiz to just be able to test their knowledge, but also to be able to do what is in the week 1 before Monday. So we should be able, if they face any challenges, you can always come back to us, either through an email or even through the platform, the e-learning platform. You can post a question there and then we can all discuss. So we would encourage you to do that before Monday. We'll be following up in the course of the weekend or the week to be able to understand if you are facing any challenges individually in terms of joining the platform. But I don't know whether it would be best also we can share our numbers. I think for Anja, she's using a Signal number. I have a WhatsApp number. Maybe what I can do is just share it on the WhatsApp platform, so that in case there is anyone who might need support, they can always reach out on me in case they are such. So I will share that in my WhatsApp number. But also I think it's there in the platform, if I'm not wrong. This number is also there in the once you join the platform. you can always find these numbers, both for Anja and myself. Otherwise, this was okay. I wish you a good weekend as we plan for the Monday meeting, unless there's something else probably I forgot, Anja.
I don't think so. I think we have covered the things. So we have Godfrey's number here as well.
Yeah, we can get the rest of it would be best, yeah.
And as I said earlier, this recording will be also placed on the platform, so you can see it there as well, if you need to see it again. All right, then I wish you all a pleasant day and a good weekend, and then we'll see each other on Monday morning again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
That's right.
So Anja, you still having a minute, or are you going to straight to the meeting?
Let's just close it for everybody else. Yeah, no, I really need to run to my other meeting. Can you quickly open the tile, the hidden parts on week 1 in the course?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, great. Because I will only have time after my meeting, and maybe people want to go and look at it now.
Yeah, I will open the ones which I think are okay. I will do that in the next 20 minutes or so.
Okay, and then I will upload the video later. And yeah,
the video and then the slides.
Yes.
Upload slides and post Zoom.
Yes, I can do both of that.
Okay.
All right. Okay, then we might talk before Monday.
Yeah, we'll get a chance, especially on the program.
Yes.
And I don't know, how do we ensure that they attend the meeting?
We just send out another email.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe we also talk to Darcy. Maybe they need to send out an email again, because as I said, the problem might be that the people are not even informed by their managers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I need to just rush to my other training, and then I'll get back to you in the afternoon. Yeah.
Thank you. You have all the best in the next training.
Yeah, good. It was quite pleasant, although there were so few people.
I wish there was more.
All right, we'll see. Okay, Isaac, be good.
Thank you.